time. I mean, many clients have told me, Gary, I really do love patients. I love people, and I don't have time to connect with them. And really, the Achilles heel in that is their PPO participation. The heavier you are involved with PPO plans, the more it moves you away from connection. Mm-hmm. That's just the blunt reality of it. Because you have to pedal like the proverbial hamster on the treadmill, which is really leaning you. Remember, this is a spectrum. If you're pedaling like a hamster on a treadmill, where is the needle moving on the spectrum?
Efficiency, because you have to make do with, you have to see twice the number of patients to make the same amount of money because of the write-offs.
And by the way, those write-offs today are 45 to 50% on average. That's the difference between your usual fee and your contracted fee.
Right.
And you're just handing that to the insurance company.
Right.
So in order to make you get 50 to 55% to somehow make your business work.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. But you get 50 to 55%. And frankly, one of the ways that you can do is you can become dysfunctionally efficient and just process people through your practice. And that moves you farther away from the needle on the connection side.
Right.
So you don't have time. I mean, many clients have told me, Gary, I really do love patients. I love people, and I don't have time to connect with them. And really, the Achilles heel in that is their PPO participation.
Right.
So ultimately, the answer to that is to reduce your insurance dependence, is to reduce that. Now, let's get very tactical about that. I've helped many, hundreds of dentists successfully reduce their insurance dependence. And we've come up with a 6-step process, 6-step plan to successfully drop PPO plans. Here, let's put the link. We did a Thriving Dental episode on the 6 steps. Let's put that in there.
Right.
Well, in the show notes, if you go to this episode, you can find that on your phone. Just scroll down and you'll see a link to our 6 steps to successfully drop PPO plan episode. Now, I won't go through all 6 steps here, but let me talk about 2 of those. So of the 6 steps, I'm often asked which one's most important. And my answer without hesitation is elevate the relationship-driven aspect of your practice. And if I stay consistent with the language we're using that in this episode, it's we elevate the connection that we have with people. We elevate the connection. That to me is number one. Right behind it, almost like right on the heels of it, the second most important thing is to master digital marketing. And that's because you've got to replace the patients you're going to lose when you go out of network. And then secondly, you have to replace the flow that has historically come in. In other words, if you, have typically you're seeing 20 new patients a month that come in because of being listed on Delta's network, then we've got to replace that flow because as soon as you go out of network, it's like a giant hand reached out and turned the spigot off, turn that flow off. You're not going to get those 20 a month.
Right.
Annualize that. That's 240 a year. You've got to have another replacement for it. And I'm going to politely suggest that the best way to replace Delta with Google.
Right.
Yeah. And the way to do that is just, do what we did. We became an Equa client. You helped us master digital marketing. And as a result, Life Smiles is seeing 90 new patients a month on average.